What are you updating?
Steampunk Wild West Starfinder smiley face.
Smiley face. Let's see. I need to watch my whites.
Oh, it's just me and you? None of the other players showed up?
Oh, apparently not.
This is a hell of a session. It's just Bjornagar versus the world. Why'd I even show up at the Merc Guild?
I don't understand. Where's everyone else at? I'm currently throwing my lights in the washer, so if we would kindly message everyone asking them where they're at. Except for Josh. I know where Josh is at.
I've been asked to kindly, all caps, message y'all to ask where you're at. Smiley face. Okay. Just real quick. Oh. He's playing Destiny.
And I know that's what Gilbert is doing. I can see it in Discord.
Okay. And then Joseph doesn't exist. At not as at. You know, I'm over here trying to have a good time, trying to play some Starfinder. Got all my stuff set up and ready to go. But you know what I don't have?
You don't have a party?
Yep. I made a mistake and it burned my fucking fingers. So what I was trying to do was pick up the candle on my desk and put it on this table where it's visible in front of the camera. But the problem is, this candle is one of the small little metal ones. Or where it's really tiny, it's, you know, inside of a metal shell with a flame. The metal is hot as fuck. So when I picked it up, things went bad. I'm just gonna rub some candle wax on my burn spot and hope that helps. Not melted candle wax, cold candle wax.
I really like this song, especially for my world.
I'll give it a shot. I'm gonna go ahead and actually open the link so I can, look at things other than our chat on Discord and still be able to see everything. If this is good enough, I'm actually gonna add it to my stream playlist. Thanks. See if it checks the box. Hey, there's one.
Hey, Gilbert.
You want me to grab my phone and call Joseph?
You can if you want.
I'm gonna do it. I'll be right back.
Gilbert.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm wearing 2 headsets right now.
Because we could play down one player, but it'd be harder to play down two.
Yeah.
So the other is kind of a necessity.
I can do a little bit of role playing for Josh's character. I can't do any role playing for Gilbert's or Joseph's characters.
Oh, never mind. I don't have to call you.
Greetings, I am here.
Well, there we go. You can't do any roleplay for whose character?
Gilbert's or Joseph's. I just don't know how. First of all, I don't know how Joseph roleplays his character, and second of all, Gilbert's is just too crazy.
It's hard to roleplay mine if you're not in my head.
Hi.
Hello.
Guess what, Sean? I don't know how to roleplay my character either.
Oh,
He's a work in progress.
We'll
He
get
is still
there.
a work in progress. Okay, so mysticism.
We're using
The
that as
only thing
religion.
that is going to be used for is going to be religion, right?
Pretty much.
Okay. Is this going to come up often? Or at least semi-often?
For you
That
guys,
depends
probably
on
not.
us.
For Gilbert, probably, because he just really loves to try to convert people to his religion.
Yes.
Okay.
one sec.
Well, I am
So I
going to
should
put
have gone
ranks
for
in it, and I
diplomacy,
am
but I
going
am
to
not a
make it
min-maxer.
useful.
My
Sir
turn.
Joseph?
I'm going to find ways to use it.
Okay.
Well, if
Have,
you're
like,
gonna be
5 more
religious
skill points to
too,
stick in, and
this is gonna be interesting.
I'll
Okay,
have to
so-
counter religious propaganda.
Where we last left off.
Hey, Sean.
Yes.
If you look at me on Twitch, you'll notice something.
I will help out your blocker.
In fact, can all three of you help pump my viewership on this by just chilling?
shows up.
The
Yes.
Let me
It
just
goes
mute
on.
your stream.
Echo!
Wait, we have to kill their. Oh, never mind. Somebody already did.
Who do we have to kill?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I don't know who we have to kill yet. Straight up. But I do know that there will be some blood on these here hands by the end of this.
Once I get a name, I think my theme just lets me like learn stuff about that guy. Right?
I think you have to have
That's
met
what that
them at
is.
least once, maybe?
What's your theme again?
Bounty hunter.
Bounty hunter.
It's mine as well.
Okay, well, that makes it easier.
This came in the middle of us farming up my season rank on Destiny, by the way.
I don't even know what that is.
That's fine.
In fact,
The season ends on Tuesday.
If you can identify your target by name, alias, or a specific, like, identifying trait, say like a scar, or they just really like to wear fedoras or something like that, then
Or
it
just their
reduces
age.
the DC for figuring things out about them.
or just their age.
Okay.
If you happen to know only their age. I'm going to keep saying that one because it's a great reference to a very famous bounty hunter in this type of sci-fi.
Although this math doesn't check out.
You know what math doesn't check out?
Oh wait, yeah, hold on.
How did I lose
Okay. math checks out
6,000
again.
credits?
Are you gonna bring that up again? Did you at least figure out what bonus they got? Your current batch?
What bonus? What do you mean?
Your current batch of alcohol. Did you figure out which bonus it gets?
Oh, no. I do know I have 2 like basic just alcohol, nothing special that I've made before, and then I've also got another like half of it that's the expensive shit that's worth 700 credits. I don't know how much that's
Managing
worth though.
parties is interesting.
I do need to determine that right now, right?
Are you sure it's a pool and not just inflatable walls? And you stick your bubble generator in the middle of it?
Steampunk Wild West. A pool in the middle of walls with a bubble generator. Got it. I'm so confused. Must be a real life thing.
Yeah, I'm like, there's anything that he said means nothing in my world.
Understood. So.
Okay,
Another D4.
Sean, there is the possibility that we will be piloting landcraft, right?
Yes.
Yes, but you should probably leave that to Roland's character.
Okay. I
have a
need
10
a disguise
piloting.
kit to be able to disguise myself, right?
You
I need a
need
disguise kit before I can make disguise checks, at least to disguise myself.
you need the materials, yes.
Okay.
What was the question?
I don't think I'll need any more than 4.
And an engineering toolkit and disguise toolkit are both just considered toolkits, but they're separate types of toolkits.
Yes.
Yes, but Gilbert starts off with his own, so because he's a mechanic.
Yeah, my
Okay. So,
absolute
Fun.
best skill
All
is
of-
piloting. I have a +9 in piloting.
all of my operative stuff that's like outside of normal human capability is just stuff I've tinkered with. So his first exploit is night vision. Now I'm flavoring that as his spectacles. If I lose those, but I can't lose those spectacles because the night vision is just something inherent.
Or you could have trained yourself by sitting in a dark room.
Or spectacles.
Okay.
This
Night
dude likes to tinker with stuff.
You've got sunglasses, for lack of
Yes.
better words. That
No,
yes,
spectacles.
yeah, no, they're sunglasses because they're tinted yellow, like an orange yellowish tint,
Yeah,
which
sure, something like that.
enhances the light that goes through them.
Hey, those 10 doses of that one equipment that we got together
Mm-hmm.
with my one weapon, are those considered light or negligible?
Negligible.
Alright.
Fuck it, Sam.
Man.
You know, that's what I'm not doing with this character that I normally would. Normally, I would just have an inventory full of just random objects I think could be useful, and then I'm just constantly finding uses for them. That's something I do usually. It's not a thing with Bjornigar. He's really simple and to the point with, like, what he has. It's
Yeah,
cannons,
that's fine.
armor,
But,
and
like-
booze. That's what's in my inventory.
I would like
Ammo.
you all to take a look at the song I posted in chat.
Okay,
I mean,
have
I'll
all my
replay
skill levels. Or
What'd you
ranks,
say?
whatever they're called.
What'd you say, Roland?
I mean, I'll replay it. I already played it once.
Oh, then you don't have to take a look at it. Just remember what it like sounded like, because that's the type of mood that like the type of atmosphere and mood that the city gives off.
I like how I am literally Batman.
Oh no. Is that what you're gonna
Not
be
literally.
playing?
I don't have the wings, but I'm basically Batman. I just realized I basically made my character Batman.
You made French Batman.
Yes.
That
French
character
Batman.
has a name. It's Batroc. Batroc the Leaper.
Then be Batman.
What's your character's name? I've already forgotten it.
I forgot Joseph's character name too.
No.
He was remembered as a dark figure in the corner.
Should I be speaking in character voice at the moment, or should I just wait?
Wait, we haven't started yet. By the way, what is your character's name, Gilbert?
My character's name is Nachok.
The Chalk.
And
Got
his
it.
minion's name is Kathunk.
You have
I remember
named your
that.
mech. Sweet.
Yes. I had a name for him the first time we played. I'm literally using the same names.
Yeah, so am I.
Got it. Alright.
Oh, I lost 15 votes.
So, last time, you guys are getting ready to head to the Crete apartment complex. Which is in the northwestern part of the southeast quadrant, which is where you guys are currently at.
Okay.
You have found 2 out of the 3 people that Kate said she would lend to your cause.
Has she told me who the third one is?
She told you that it was a mechanic and that he's currently out right now. He wasn't
Okay.
at the building.
So she gave me basically no information, was only helpful in the fact that she agreed to it, and locked her door.
She didn't lock her door. She just closed the door.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna go right back in there and like, hey, who's the mechanic guy?
Some weirdo who worships steam.
Can I get a name?
Hold on a second, let me find his job application.
Job application, is he new?
Relatively. He's been
Hmm?
here for about 3 months.
Kate, do you trust this guy?
Which guy?
The Steam dude.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright.
Honestly, the same dude is the one I am least worried about. I would be more worried about the guy with the goth outfit.
Oh, I would be worried about me too. Yeah.
Speaking
Nice.
of which, where's his images?
I believe his name was Nachunk. Or Natok.
Okay. Needhog, that's a cool name.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna go find Needhog.
Yes, go, leave. I've got things to do.
Alright, you do your things.
This is why I have signs outside my door.
Look. I do find it upsetting that my armor reduces my strength.
Armor doesn't reduce your strength, it reduces your athletics.
Yes, but, you know, I guess that makes sense in some ways.
Hard to move in.
It means I have a better... Oh no, my athletics check is still better than my strength check because I have a rank in it, but... I don't know, man.
Alright, so... I assume you're going to head to the apartment complex?
No, first I'm gonna look for Steam Dude.
She already told you that he's not in the building.
Well, yeah, but I want to go find him. But I guess I don't have any information on where he is, so yeah, I'll go to the apartment complex.
Okay. So, Gilbert, ever since you moved to Smith, you found your job at Chaos Incorporated, you have been in need of a place to stay.
Yeah.
So you found a nice old apartment complex that looked like it was in need of some mechanical services. So you struck a deal with the landowner, the landlord. He'll let you stay in a room for free, and you will help fix up the place whenever it needs fixing. You
What
are
does he
currently
live in the boiler room?
fixing the elevator as 3 people enter the apartment complex. One of them is pale white, dressed in a 3-piece suit that is blue. You can see he's slightly frustrated as he's picking at his hair, like he's trying to get something out of it. You see a very, strongly built person. I don't actually know what your size is, Roland.
Oh,
What's your height?
I'm about 6'2".
My God, that's tall.
6'2", very muscularly built person, wearing heavy armor.
He's
And
actually
then-
more lithe than you would expect for a Viking, but he still looks the part.
And then you see another person who is also in a 3-piece suit, but it's black. Everything that he's wearing is black.
He is wearing a black tailcoat with a red vest underneath, a black top hat, and spectacles.
Oh, okay. Still
that is-
Frenchman with the goatee and everything?
Yes, still a Frenchman with the goatee and the eyeshadow. And mascara.
Oh, and for the other people, before you left to the apartment complex, you see Cyrus walks over to his desk and pulls out a rail cannon and straps it to his back before you guys leave.
Also,
Nice.
I'm carrying a handbag with me.
I also have
Oh.
a rope cannon.
Yes.
Leather bag, purple trim.
Guys, I have a thematic question. Do we want
Yes.
to Trigun the shit out of this world and make all of our a whole bunch of hidden weapons? Briefcase is a weapon, the massive cross is a weapon, the arm is a weapon.
I'll absolutely have many weapons.
I mean, the weapon's in the briefcase.
No. Like you push the top of the briefcase button, and literally the barrel comes out the front and it starts firing.
Sounds cool. I don't think that's how my weapon works, but
Okay. Well, I just had the idea. I'm throwing it out there. For later, store it in the back of your head. Someone
How do you
loses an
pronounce your
arm.
character's name again?
Nachok.
Nachuk? Nachuk?
Nachok.
Nachuk.
Yes.
Nachuk.
Needhawk.
The apartment complex doesn't have enough room for your mech, so it's back at Chaos Incorporated.
How big is the mech?
in the shop.
How do we spell chaos? Is it with a CH or a K?
Yeah.
It's a CH.
I feel like it should be with a K.
I feel
I'll
like
pass that
it
along
should
to
be
the
with a
marketing
KH.
department.
So yeah.
Well, so
I've
I'm
set
looking
the scene.
for who's in charge of this place. Who's the landlord?
The landlord.
That's a question for Josh's character, I guess.
No, technically. But yeah. You turn, look towards Cyrus. He kind of like shudders, like a little shivers, like ugh. Like he's repulsed by even thinking about the landlord.
Well, who is
The
it?
landlord is Jerry.
And who is Jerry?
Jerry is a very fat, gross man. Why do you want to speak to Jerry?
Because he's the one who let my my family stay here.
All right.
He might know a little bit more about their business, their comings and goings than most.
I'll lead you to his office, but I am not going inside. And then he leads you to these stairs, and you go down one flight of stairs. There's a like a narrow hallway with two doors on the left-hand side, and a door at the end of the hallway. And
Okay.
he takes you all the way to the end of the hallway, and on the door in like gold lettering it says Jerry, the landlord.
Jerry, the landlord. Titles on the door. He must have, in gold lettering, he must have been here a long time, doing this exact job, and being a little bit too proud of it. Got it. I'm gonna rap 3 times on the door with my knuckles.
You hear some rustling of papers on the other side. He's like, hold on a second.
Alright, Jerry.
And then the door opens, and you see a
Yeah, she was up on the north side.
5'10" fat dude, but not like too fat, just like chubby fat.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got like a white t-shirt on, and it's got grease stains on it. He's got a cigarette in his mouth, and he's holding a glass of what you would assume is alcohol based off of his coloring. And he looks like he's about half a bottle in.
Hey, Jerry. What
It
are you
is
drinking
dark
that trash
apples.
for? I got something much better for you, but I have a question first.
What's the question?
A bunch of my family came through here recently. You let them stay here. What do you know about where they went?
Last I saw them, I gave them the keys to the like 5 rooms on the 4th story, or the 4th floor.
5 rooms. Means they were bunking pretty, $4 a room-ish? That's not too terrible. Is that really the last you saw of them?
That's the last I saw them. They never interacted with me since then.
Did they at least return the key?
No.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry about that. Well, thank you for your time. I'm gonna reach behind me, pull out a kind of a wine skin that I just have, and pour him a shot. And it's gonna be the basic bitch alcohol, but I'm assuming it's still probably better than the cheap shit he has.
Oh, most definitely. Thank you, kind sir.
Have a good one.
I have a spare key to the rooms in case maintenance ever needs to be done in them if you want it.
I would. I'm probably gonna head up there, investigate, see what they left behind.
Bring it back before you leave.
Will do.
Alright, have yourself a nice day. And then, as he's closing the door, you see him just take a drink of the alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit, he took my shot glass.
It's his now.
Well, I'll pick up some more before I leave town. I turn back. So, Cyrus.
Gilbert, you're still working on the elevator. Speaking of which, make me an engineering check.
Need a D20. Oh yeah, I have a backpack behind me.
Now, what were you wanting to do? You were Dornagar?
I'm going to name... Okay, so with the bounty hunter theme, when I name a mark, it says they have to die, right? Or be captured?
Something like that, yeah.
Let me look at it
advantage
again.
on these, right?
Yes.
And that's an 11 bonus, so 24.
Wait, you don't break anything yet.
Sweet.
Let me find bounty hunter.
They hear a loud clank as I break a nut loose.
Okay, once I defeat my mark, so I'm going to the word defeat is actually kind of loose. I'm actually going to set
Look, you're a bounty hunter. These bounties are either dead or alive, so you can either capture them or you can kill them.
usually. But some bounties are more for rescues than for captures. Especially private bounties. Find this person, bring it to me can mean a good thing or a bad thing. Huh. I was trying to read it to see if it would ever be useful to set my my brother as my mark, but it doesn't appear so. Yeah, we're heading upstairs. And
Yes.
I look at Mr. Top Hat. Alright. So from what I understand, you're quite capable at looking into things. So I'm going to split the rooms with you. You take 2, I take 2. And then there was
Which two should I take?
take the left 2, we'll regroup and compare notes. We're trying to find where they went and in what condition they left.
Alright. Do you need any please? No. Take it.
Yeah, we're making another engineering check.
Alright, so we're heading upstairs.
So you show up, you go back up to the lobby, and you originally approach the elevator. But as you near it, you can start to see inside of it, and you see there's a, I actually don't know
What he
Chunk's
looks like.
description, yeah.
That'd be a good thing to know, wouldn't it?
It would. A chonk. What do you look like?
Hey, PC, describe your character.
Gilbert, that's you.
God fucking damn it.
What just happened?
I need to know your description.
Okay. I am a fairly average height, extremely thin, comparative to what you'd expect. pale man with pretty spiky white hair.
Ooh, white hair.
Ah, so you look like Oscar from fucking Combat Continent.
Think kind of like Junkrat from Overwatch, but white hair and less hair.
And less
And
hair?
no big leg. Less hair than
Like-
him. It's like short, spiky.
Like old man less hair, or like burnt off?
No,
outside?
he's saying his haircut reminds you of Guy Fieri.
A little bit. Just a bit longer than that.
Okay.
Like the midpoint between Guy Fieri and Junkrat.
Gotcha. Remember when we all thought that frosted tips would look cool on hair, and now we think it's lame as fuck?
I never thought that.
I never thought that.
Oh.
I don't think we look like.
That's just a me thing, then. My bad.
My hair is not naturally frosted tips, but it's like parts of it's like brown, parts of it's blonde. So
Edward, what was the engineering check you got? Gilbert,
Yeah,
what was the engineering check you got?
24. Remember?
Well, yeah, that was the first one.
Oh, you asked me to make another?
Yes.
25.
Alright, sweet. Nothing's broken yet.
Alright.
Still fit, man.
By the way, I just want to say, when I attempt to make a trick attack, I get a plus 19 bonus to my roll.
How is that
Excuse
even
me?
possible?
Because I get to make it with stealth, and I get to add a plus 4. My stealth mod is a 15.
Yeah, that checks.
It's
Stealth mod higher than
ghost
my engineering.
specialization.
Well, let's see. What's your class bonus to a skill?
My class bonus to a skill is 3, so I got 3 ranks in stealth, 3 from class bonus, 4 from dex, 5, 2, and then 5 miscellaneous. 2 of that is from Operative's Edge. 3 of it is from the skill focus that my specialization gives me. And then when I make a trick attack with stealth, my specialization also gives me a plus 4.
So you chose Ghost as your specialization.
Yes.
Okay.
So I get a plus 19 to trick attacks.
That's pretty wild.
I
Alright.
literally just have to not roll a 1.
You get a plus 19 to bluff to make a trick attack.
No, to stealth. I can make trick attacks using stealth.
Yeah, no, but in order to make a trick attack, you first need to make a bluff roll or an intimidate, but you're using stealth instead. And if you succeed on that, then you
I
can
don't
add
even
your
need
damage.
No. He's saying
I don't
his
even need
skill
to make
allows him
a
to make
bluff
the stealth check instead of the bluff check.
I know,
I
I know,
don't
you
even have to
just...
make a bluff check. I get to make a bluff, intimidate, or stealth check naturally. And my specialization would let me pick a different one. But since I chose Ghost, it just uses stealth still.
You still
Okay.
have to succeed on the check first.
That's still
Yes,
checks.
but I add a plus 4 to the check, so it's a plus 19 total.
Are we arguing about anything, or do we all just understand it and I'm just sitting here confused?
I think we understand. We're just confused.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm the one who should be confused. I've never done this before.
Alright.
You're assuming that the rest of us have a lot of experience.
I have exactly 1 week.
We have more experience than he does,
Yeah.
but we're not experts.
Okay.
Anyways, you guys attempt to use the elevator.
Yeah, we're heading into the rooms. I want to know what the far left one looks like.
Okay, well, the elevator is currently being maintenanced on by a chunk here.
Okay, elevator's down. I know. Okay, meta oversight thing right now. I know you're trying to like force an encounter between us and the chalk, but I also know that like if the elevator's down, I would just go to the stairs.
Well, you don't know the elevator's down until you try to use it, or at least
Ah.
walk into it and see that he's working on it.
Okay. Well, I do that.
I follow Bjornik, is that your name?
Bjor Nagar.
Bjornigar.
Frigon here.
What'd you say?
I'm working here.
Well, good for you. How do I get
Where's
upstairs?
my wrench just now?
Hold on.
That's when I see them start to walk into the elevator.
I don't know what to do.
Just a
Bjornigar.
conversation
Should we
between
just
two
take the
players.
stairs?
Huh?
Bjornigar. Should we just take the stairs?
Your voice sounds funny. Yeah, let's do that.
What do you mean my voice sounds funny?
What
Your
do you
voice
mean, what
is
do
funny.
I mean? I said what I said and I meant what I meant. And a Viking's word is 100%.
Did you just rhyme there?
Pretty sharp wit for Viking.
What the fuck's that supposed to mean? And who are you?
My name's Nachok, and I'm a mechanic.
Oh, you're a neat hog. Hey, Kate said that I hired you. Come with me.
Meathog.
Minotaur is already up the stairs.
Yeah, I'm following. I'm just assuming that he's gonna follow me because I just said something.
Let me finish this elevator. I try to finish the elevator.
Make 2 more engineering checks.
First one's a 27.
We'll meet you upstairs.
Second one's a 22.
Alright, it's fixed.
Sick. And then I follow.
Why
Alright,
don't you take the elevator?
Yeah, follow taking the elevator.
Yeah.
so you're gonna beat us upstairs?
Gilbert, roll a d20.
19? Any modifier?
Nope. No, it was a luck check. Because
Oh.
he just said upstairs. He didn't say which floor.
I guessed perfectly.
Nice. Did he actually beat us up there?
Yes, he did.
Oh, hey. I guess we should have took the elevator. Alright.
Would have been faster.
I didn't know how long you were gonna take.
I'm a master mechanic.
Apparently not. It was broken when we got there.
I just moved in.
I'm giving you a hard time. Alright. I heard you have a
Alright,
big
so-
mech. Where is it?
Over at Chaos Inc.
Yeah, this is the right guy. Your voice sounds funny too.
Why wouldn't it? Burned by steam. Long live the steam. I raise my hands triumphantly.
I walk past him.
Alright, so the 5 rooms are at the end of the hallway.
Can I check for traps?
Yes, you most certainly can check for traps.
Alright. So first of all, just looking around the hallway and getting there. So would this be a bounty hunter check?
Use bounty hunter or perception.
17.
I got a description. Did Bjornagard give me a description of who we're looking for right now?
Yes. We're looking
Okay.
for my brothers, Wolfgar and Leonagar, as well as the rest of their 18-man war party, which came to town working with Chaos Inc. a little bit. I don't know the details of why they came, but I do know they were here.
So you find...
So, 20 men in these 4 rooms, you say?
Yes. Times have been a little tight.
Sean, do these rooms even look big enough to fit that many people? Like, physically fit that many people?
Well, they're big enough to fit 4 people.
Alright.
They only have 1 bedroom, though.
And so there's 4 rooms, they only had 1 of them?
No.
They had 5 rooms.
Oh.
5 rooms.
I
5
said
bedrooms.
Okay.
4 to a room. 4 Vikings
17.
to a room.
Did I find any traps?
You found 1 hastily put together trap, as if someone came through, disarmed it, and on the way out, like they were in a hurry and didn't quite set it back up correctly and hide it.
Okay, we're opening the door with our lovely little maid lock, which I didn't even have to.
I'm investigating the room across the hall from the one Bjornagard is in right now.
Okay. Do you want to start with the most forward room, or do you want to start at the end of the hall?
The one right across from where Bjornagard is.
That's what I'm asking.
I'm doing
the
the first one.
First one. All right. So you open up the door. You enter the room, and you see like things lying around. Like they didn't take everything. They were in a hurry. You have some leftover bottles of alcohol. There's a map.
A
Of
map
the city.
of the city.
Map of the city.
Okay, adding that to my inventory.
If you look at the map, there are X's and circles on it. The majority of the circles have been X'd out, so you can assume like these are the places that they were searching, and they came back empty-handed.
And this is
You
still
find-
Smith, right?
What?
Map of Smith.
Yes. Venator? Right?
Bjornagar?
No,
Yes,
you're
Venator.
Bjornagar. Venator. In the other room, you find what looks like makeshift medical supplies. As if they were trying to fix up an injury with the items they had on hand. You find what looks like bloodstains in the bathtub. And give me a perception check. I wish I had investigation.
Could I use physical science to investigate what seemed to have happened with the medical incident?
That one would be medicine.
I can use physical science to make drugs, so I forgot about the medicine part. Let's see, perception check.
Yes.
It's a 17.
17. As you're looking around the room trying to figure out what happened regarding the medical incident, you find some like bullets that were removed. They looked like they were removed from a body in the trash can.
Alright. And that was a 17 on the medicine check also.
So, from what you could tell, based off of the bullets and what the medical supplies looked like, it looked like someone was shot several times in the leg, and they removed the bullets and made a makeshift splint to help them walk.
Alright. There appears to have been a shooting,
Well,
but one of them in the leg. It's probably
understood.
Not a French accent, it's rather like a Russian accent. I'm trying.
So, in my room, do I find any food rations or bottles of alcohol that still have alcohol in them?
You don't find any food rations. You find some, like, partly drunk bottles of alcohol. The majority of the ones that you find have all been like tipped over, as in they were sitting around like drinking, and then something happened and it caused them all to drop their drinks and then take off.
I am now looking at the walls and ceiling for weapon marks, bullet holes, fist-shaped or sized dents in the drywall, etc.
You find nothing.
Okay.
Do I see any of that sort of thing in my room?
You find nothing as well.
Alright.
I'm
No,
just standing here waiting to figure out what we're here for.
oh,
Why I was involved.
hey, 20 Vikings went missing. We're looking for them. You're along for the ride. Mostly as a
That's
bodyguard.
a Viking.
Like me, but more muscular.
All right. I search a room that they are not searching.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Most likely the kitchen.
I'm walking into the same room as him.
Okay, so in the third room, you find it looks like weapon parts.
Weapon parts?
Yeah, like they use this room as their armory, basically. This is where they cleaned, maintained their guns and weapons.
Was anything, what was left behind?
You see some weapon parts for heavy machine guns. There is one. Hold on a second.
Holding.
Alright. You find one like case of heavy weapon ammo. There are some like I don't know what to call them. Handles for axes. You found some sharpening stones.
Okay.
And then there was a makeshift like target that they had set up, and you can see a hand axe has been embedded in it.
Alright. I'll add another hand axe to my inventory. How much ammo's in the case? And how many?
100.
100?
Yeah.
How many axe handles, sharpening stones?
2 sharpening stones, 3 axe handles.
I'm investigating the 4th room.
The 4th room looks like it was like a kind of like their kitchen. They set it up to kind of like their kitchen for the little makeshift base of operations here. This is where they kept all
Investigate the food for anything shady.
anything shady. Medicine, I guess.
Does my specific branch of bounty hunter, would that classify for me my profession bonus for this? My profession skill for this?
Bounty hunter is a profession that you can get a skill in. But,
Yeah, like...
No, I wouldn't say you would be able to use that, because
Alright.
you never really looked for this to tell whether or not food was like poisoned or anything. You've always poisoned food.
Okay.
food
That's
could be
on the roll.
life science, maybe?
What did you get on the roll?
11.
11. You can't really tell if the food was poisoned or not. It doesn't look like. It doesn't look like it is, but you can't tell. Most of the food you do find, however, out of the perishables have already perished. Other than that, you find like crackers and a lot of dry foods.
Alright.
Hold on. I have the brewer skill.
Yes.
In the last room, the alcohol. How long have those bottles been open?
Those bottles have been open for a week.
For a week. Okay. I'm going to the... What'd you find in here?
Is Bernigar asking Venator?
Yes.
This was the kitchen. There doesn't appear to be anything shady done with seafood. Nothing else so far.
Oh, the kitchen. Was anything left out?
Some food?
How long?
Long enough.
About a week, right?
Approximately.
He nods. Does it look like they left in a hurry in here too?
Oui.
Alright. You said you found bullets?
Oui. In the... Well, I guess we'll call it the medical room.
Medical room.
The bullets...
Yeah, what caliber were they?
bandages. There is an attempt at a splint.
Okay, someone was injured. What caliber were the bullets?
Sean, what caliber were the bullets?
Make a bounty hunter check.
Nice.
25.
25. Based off of the amount of shrapnel pieces that you found, and the information that you can assume based off of the wound, you would assume that it was small arms ammo. They were like 22.
Were you able to determine what weapon they came from? Because I'm assuming he tells me that.
He
John.
can only figure out that they came from a small arms, like a pistol or something. There were 3 bullets in total.
Rounds are pretty standardized, so that would make sense that we wouldn't be able to tell what weapon fired it, just that it was a small one.
I have another, like, atmosphere question. Do we just occasionally hear a massive explosion in the distance?
You will hear like little bursts of steam, like loud clunking, and occasionally, every now and then, you'll hear the tram system go by.
Okay, so we don't hear the thing that we talked about?
Nope.
Okay. So, there's one room left.
After you?
Indeed.
Make a
And-
perception check.
Perception check from me?
Yes. Make a perception check from the first person who's going to enter the room.
That's me. Ooh, nat 19.
As you start to open
20
the door,
total.
as you start to open the door, something very small, like kind of glimmers in the light and catches your eye.
I stop moving the door. What is it?
It looks like a wire has been attached to the door. You can't tell what purpose it serves, but you do know that if you were to open it any further, it would set off whatever it was designed to do.
Door's trapped.
Is it above you?
Hey, do you know how to disarm traps through a door?
Someone directed at?
Any of you.
If it's made, I can undo it.
Perfect. Step to the front, buddy.
Engineering check, right?
Yes, do this one without your advantage, though.
Okay. 22.
Alright, now give me a sleight of hand check.
I'm assuming I'm backing away in case it's a bomb.
Ditto.
2. Modified 20. Holy shit.
Oh, wow. Alright. You managed to disarm the trap after like 10 minutes of working on it. You've figured out that it was designed so that if you open it too far, the wire will pull on something, causing it to set off the trap. But also, if you were to just disconnect it, the wire would retract, also causing it to set off the trap. So you've carefully disconnected the wire, taped it to something, and then like a piece of like a nail that you had when you were working on the elevator, and you stuck it into the wall.
A nail that I forgot to spit out into my toolbox after fixing the elevator. Easy as cake!
Was that nail just in your mouth? The whole
Yeah.
time?
Forgot to put it there!
Alright, buddy. What's inside? Still checking for traps before I walk in. There's no guarantee there was only one.
Alright, make another perception check. This time with advantage, because you know what you're looking for.
10 both times, 11 total.
Okay,
I was hoping for
Should I
bounty
also
hunter
make one?
checks, not perception checks.
what did everyone else say?
Did I also make one?
You can if you want.
Should I make one?
Again, you can
Modified
if you want.
19. Or 18, rather. I misread my number.
14.
You don't see any more traps on the door. But, looking around the room, Gilbert is able to find some more traps on the filing cabinets that you found in the room. That way, if you were to open them, they would be set off.
Sensitive document.
I hope so. Information's what I need. I'm currently running blind.
I'm gonna go disarm them.
Engineering and sleight of hand checks.
I'm guessing with advantage again for engineering now that I know what I'm doing.
Yes.
Same for sleight of hand or no?
No.
Okay. So on the engineering check, 29. And on the sleight of hand, 16.
Alright, do that one more time.
Modified 20 for the engineering. Both dice rolled 9. Holy shit. And then modified 11 for the sleight of hand.
Alright. The first trap, you managed to disarm it, but it was a close call. You almost let go of the wire. The second trap.
That's really high mod.
The second trap, you were able to disarm it to an extent, but you ended up accidentally letting go of the wire, and it ends up burning everything inside of that filing cabinet.
Nut.
Fuck.
Saved one of them.
Based off of that, you can tell that these traps weren't set to hurt anyone who opened these, but to destroy the files within them if anyone tried to open them.
How much did we get from the one we saved?
And from the one we didn't, I'm assuming... How does it set fire? And I'm assuming we all see this.
So as the wire retracts into the filing cabinet, you hear a click, and then you see a flare gets lit off, and this is in the top of the filing cabinet, and it sets off some sort of like metal material that was there, and it ignites it. It burns really hot, really bright, and it just melts. It burns through everything.
You know,
Okay.
fire extinguisher was something I saw on the equipment list, and I thought, I don't need to get one of those.
I don't think even if we did, we would be able to put this out.
I would let you know the fire extinguisher would not have put that out.
It kind of
Maybe.
pays to have a little bit of Navy training sometimes.
What? Actually, make a physical science check and a life science check to see anyone and everyone.
I'll make physical science because I'm better at that.
I too will make physical
I am
science.
not going to bother with either of those checks.
22.
18.
From what you can tell, the metal that they used was thermite. And you can also tell that the thermite is continuing to burn through the floor and is now seeping into the floor below you.
Oh, fuck.
Well, that's one house down.
What do you mean house? It's an apartment complex. We should, Hey, go tell Jerry something's going on.
I'll do it. I'm fast.
Alright.
I'm so fast. I forget talking character.
Well, in that case, since we're now worried about saving the documents, I am actually going to, Is the other filing cabinet bolted to the ground?
It is not.
Okay, how heavy is it?
It is 100 pounds.
Oh, that's not bad
Oh
at all.
boy. Well, considering how much stuff I already have on me, I'm getting pretty close to my bulk limit.
I'm moving at 40 feet per 6 seconds.
Hey.
40 feet is my movement speed. How long does it take me to reach out? Jerry?
Depends. Are you walking, running, or jogging?
I am running.
You reach Jerry in 30 seconds. You decide through the elevator, and you just fly down the stairs.
I just jump out the window. Can I just jump out the window?
Make an acrobatics check.
You might die.
From the 5th floor?
4th floor.
4th floor? Maybe not jump out the window.
Yeah, maybe not.
But I'll run down those stairs.
Let's not make this character a member of a certain dive team.
So you sprint down the stairs. Like, you're moving so fast that you're like skipping half the stairs. You're like jumping,
Entire land
grabbing
is-
onto the railings, moving really fast. Reach Jerry's office. You don't even wait for him to answer the door. You just barge in.
Quick! There is a fire.
A fire? Where?
All right.
You can also tell by the quick glance that you get at him. He's like really drunk at this point.
Get through him.
4th floor, 5th room, going into the floor below. Right.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
there,
what
so I can't. Shit.
What kind of
My
fire?
character would know that.
But yeah, I'm now leaving the building with the filing cabinet on my shoulder. It's still a bit of a work. This is not easy, but just because of all the other shit I have on me, but I can do it.
Does he exceed the elevator's maximum weight capacity?
Absolutely not.
If it's just him, no.
Because I'm not following. I'm going
Yeah,
to.
I currently
Right.
it's like I'm carrying a person on my shoulders. I can do it, but it's not easy.
You're gonna try to put out a thermite fire?
Absolutely
With
fucking not.
baking powder.
How do you put out a thermite fire?
Stop the
Don't.
chemical reaction.
How do you? What sort of chemical reaction is it?
It's
It's
a
a
self.
self-oxidizing chemical reaction.
It will continue
one of
underwater.
those.
It will continue suffocated. It will continue until the chemical reaction runs out of chemical.
Yes.
Huh?
And thus use acid. I'm probably just gonna take the stairs out, actually.
In fact, the best way to put out a thermite fire is to somehow make it burn faster.
Add more thermite.
No, no.
That's
No,
adding
no.
more fuel.
That's why I'm taking the filing cabinet. This one has a thing of thermite in it, and all the important documents.
We can use that thermite later.
Yes. There's probably also thermite on the door if you're paying attention. Or is that just a bomb? It might just be a bomb.
Hey, Roland,
As you find out if you decide to take it.
Yeah.
Over.
We're very lucky this was the last room.
What was that?
Over.
I was correcting my number of headsets.
Since you're the last one to leave, are you going to attempt to take the bomb that was attached to the door with you?
Yeah.
Make an engineering check.
Advantage?
Yes.
I'm always going to ask about that, because sometimes it's not. 29!
Okay. You managed to detach the trap from the wall without accidentally setting off the bomb that is got thermite strapped to it.
Alright. How long? I'm not going to take the elevator. You don't take the elevator if there's a fire. So, how does the fire department work in a city in this steampunk Wild West world?
How does it work?
Yeah, like how do you let the fire department know they're needed?
You send a runner.
Oh, perfect. I'll still
Flare
have to
into the air.
actually see the guy again. Or, you know what?
I'm going to run to the fire department. Maybe I should have picked the fast-moving feats.
As you start running towards the fire department, and as everyone else is exiting the building, you hear a giant explosion.
Like, from the direction where I was running from, where the...
Yes.
Oh, there was still
Can I
the
look
trap
over
in the
my
hall.
shoulder without slowing down?
You do what now?
I'd like to look over my shoulder without slowing down so I can continue running to the fire department.
In the distance, you see a giant plume of smoke, and from where it's coming, over the top of the building, you see like oranges and reddish tint coming up over the tops of the rooftops that you can see.
There was still the
So
bomb in the hallway.
with the other party members, right?
What?
There's a
This
bomb in
is
the
the
hallway.
building with the other party members in it?
They are currently trying to leave. Yes.
I run faster.
If that's possible.
Even if it's not possible.
You're using the stairs, right?
Me? Yeah, I kind of
Yeah.
have to. You don't use the elevator in a fire.
You're on the second floor.
Uh-huh.
When you hear, or when you say here, you feel you hear a giant explosion and you feel like the building rock a little bit.
My legs flex at the knee, so like slight iron chair position. The arm that isn't holding the filing cabinet like steadies myself against the railing. And then I'm like picking up the pace just a little bit. The best I can. Like I don't think I can run carrying all this shit.
No. Gilbert and Cyrus are right behind you.
Yeah, with that, my total bulk is pretty high. What's for the record? How do we determine carrying capacity in Starfinder? Do you know?
It's your strength times something.
No, I think it's
I'm
just
like
your strength.
10.
Huh? I know in 5e it's like your strength times 10.
I think your carrying capacity is your strength, and that determines how much bulk. And then bulk is a certain number of pounds.
Yeah, I'm like right at, or right over, right under max bulk, somewhere around there. Because I didn't calculate the bulk of, like...
Both campaigns are going pretty good so far. That's why I'm wearing 2 headsets.
Are you playing in 2 games at once?
Yes.
Excuse? What?
So one is type-based for the D&D campaign, and the other is this one. And then I was also playing Destiny Gambit at the same time,
Well, I think
playing both of these.
What's your strength?
my strength is 15.
It says your carrying capacity is 134 to 200 pounds.
Yep, that sounds about right. So I'm encumbered, whatever that means in this game. Overburdened probably would be the one if I remember.
Is this the kind of strength check that we can share? Because I have 14 strength.
If you want to carry the filing cabinet together, yeah.
I'm gonna start helping him.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Let's.
How fast do you want to move?
As fast as reasonable without risking footing.
Okay. That's the whole reason why I asked.
Yes.
That's enough to not compromise our footwork.
Good.
I'm not going to
by-
drop a filing cabinet full of important documents and thermite on the floor.
By the time you guys exit the building, the entire 4th floor is completely on fire. You can tell basically at the end of from the last room up to the left. So you know you had the 2 rooms on either side of the hallway, then you had the 1 room on the end of the hallway. At the 2 rooms at the end, closer towards the middle of the building, there's a huge hole.
Lovely. So that means that there was more traps, more bombs, more things to find, and we also forgot the trap in the hallway too, so...
Yes.
Yikes.
What's my status of reaching the fire station?
You have reached the closest fire station at this point, but when you reach them, they are already getting ready. Your best guess is that they heard the giant explosion, and they saw the fire and the smoke plume in the distance. So by the time you get there, they're already about ready to go.
I wheezingly pant out the name of the inn. What is it?
Crete apartment complex.
Creeks. Apartments. Complex. Quickly.
Is there any other information you'd like to give them?
It's a thermite fire.
Thank you. Very important information.
Can I make a sense mode check on these guys? Just or
For what?
sense mode,
Sure.
just to
Sure.
like see if these guys understand what a thermite fire is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You could totally do that. But as soon as you said thermite, and he says, "Thank you for the information. It's very important," he literally turns and yells, "Thermite!" And you see, he yells thermite. Like he cups his mouth, yells thermite at the top of his lungs
Okay.
to make sure everyone else hears it.
So they do look like they understand what's going on.
Alright, so I'm gonna sit down, pull out a notepad, and start writing my police report account of everything that happened, including the bomb defusal, and completely prepare to comply with the local authorities on what the fuck just happened.
Okay. As you're waiting around, waiting for the local authorities to show up,
Sitting on top of the filing cabinet,
the fire department shows up.
sorting through the documents as well, getting them out away from the thermite.
The fire department shows up. They go to work, working on the outsides of the fire, because the outsides of the fire are not thermite based. They're just spread by consuming other fuels. So they're preventing the spread of the fire and waiting for the center of the fire to run out of thermite fuel and die off. By the time the fire dies out, the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th floors have all been burnt to a crisp. And it looks like the building is going to be under maintenance for a while.
I turned to Cyrus. So, which room is yours?
Luckily for him, his room was on the 1st floor. Also, you see Cyrus is holding a little girl in his arms. Like, tight, as if he was worried about her.
Oh. Is this yours?
Yes.
Well, I'm glad she's
Yes,
okay.
it is mine.
I'm glad she's okay.
Is this yours?
on that note,
The next thing that happens is, while the fire department was putting out the fire, the local police showed up, blocked off a block, started taking people's reports. And then you see someone who's a little different.
mm-hmm.
You can clearly tell he holds authority with his presence, because the other cops just kind of like treat him with respect and just try to give him a wide berth so that way he can do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
He is wearing a fedora. He's got a trench coat on. He's about 5'11". He's got a gruffy beard. It's not a full beard. It looks more like a 5 o'clock shadow that's just really heavy.
Mm-hmm.
He's currently smoking a cigar. He's got his hands on his hips, just staring at the fire as it's being put out. He's like,
Just let me know when one of them's talking to me.
I assume I would have made my way back.
yes. This man is just staring at the fire. He takes out a notepad, starts writing things down. He kind of like glances around at the people, and he sees you sitting on a filing cabinet.
Yes, which all of the drawers are open, all the documents are out. They are wrapped in a bundle in my pack. But I still have the filing cabinet, the trap with the thermite, everything right there.
Takes a whiff of a cigar, throws it out, like just throws it away away from the building.
Mm-hmm.
Starts walking towards you.
Hey.
Sir, I'd like to ask why you are currently sitting on a filing cabinet.
This is exactly what caused this fire. There was 2 of them. I wasn't able to stop the other one from going off. And I immediately show him the mechanism, the wire, the thermite. This was filled with documents that are very important for what I'm currently doing. We attempted to defuse... We've successfully defused 3 bombs before the 3rd one went off on the 4th floor. I give him the exact building and location.
Roland,
So let me get this straight.
Yep.
Roland,
You found
There-
bombs,
Yep. Went to defuse
decided
them.
to defuse them yourself,
Absolutely.
and did not call the authorities.
This is my job.
What is your job exactly?
I am... tell him where I'm from. I'm from north of Dublin. And we... essentially, I've been sent as a search and rescue for a party about 20 missing members of my people who were staying in the rooms in question. I knock on the thing. We're trying to figure out where they went and what happened. And so far, the only lead I have is the documents I managed to save before the rest burned.
I see. So you're looking for the Vikings.
Yeah. I'm assuming you have information to give me?
are you sure that a filing cabinet would be able to withstand your character's weight?
A filing cabinet what?
Are you sure the filing cabinet would be able to withstand your character's weight?
Yes. Well, yes. It might bend slightly, but this thing seemed sturdy.
He takes out another cigar, lights it. I have some information regarding the Vikings.
Okay. Well, me and my team, including the guy who was doing our bomb defusal, he's a mechanic and engineer of the highest regard. And
You
then
met him 20 minutes ago.
I am full putting this. I don't understand. You don't understand how much I've put into diplomacy and bluff. I'm a talker. For what it's worth.
He looks around at your little group. Why should I give you information regarding the Vikings?
We work with Chaos Inc. just sometimes, and you probably know some of their refute. And, for one, it's easier if we work together. Free flow of information and all that. I tell you what I
Okay.
know, you tell me what you know.
I'll give you information if you can give me information regarding the Phantom.
The Phantom?
That is totally not me.
No, it's not.
I know it's not you.
You sure? Sure it's not
Yes, I am 100% positive it's not you.
It's a
me?
cool
You
hint.
are, but you're the TM. You know everything.
I know, but I have been chasing the Phantom for 2 years. So I can tell you for a fact you are not the Phantom.
That sounds like an insult, man.
The Phantom
Like,
likes
way
to
up
burn all
my level.
evidence using thermite. So, if there's any information within those folders that the Phantom wanted destroyed, I'm
It
going
wasn't
to
the Phantom
look
who
at it.
armed these, it was my people.
Are you sure about that?
Absolutely. We have... Okay, so, according to Chaos Inc. and the leader who works there, they were staying in those 5 rooms. In those 5 rooms, we not only found distinct evidence before everything burned of them staying there, we found in a small armory, the room with the files and the traps, kitchen, and I just go through the list.
Let me tell you something.
And a hand axe buried
About a
in
week
a
ago-
target.
A group of Vikings
Mm-hmm.
were ambushed. I have 3 corpses currently sitting in the morgue, and they all have signs of the Phantom's doing. So, it would be right and correct for me to assume that if your Viking friends
Mm-hmm.
in some way angered the Phantom would want that evidence destroyed.
While true, why wouldn't they have destroyed it sooner?
Well, I didn't
Before
know
I got here.
where your friends were staying, so I can only hope that the Phantom didn't know where your friends were staying either.
And if the Phantom didn't know, then this is information that they were trying to keep from somebody. Maybe not the Phantom, maybe someone the Phantom was working for, etc. But
Which is why I need to see that information.
I do too. We can
If
look
you
over
allow
it
me
together.
to see the information,
We can look over it together. How about that? I am not taking this
Yeah.
out of my sight until I get the info I need, but I am perfectly willing to
understand.
look over it with somebody.
meet me at the station.
I'll
Station
meet you at the
downtown.
morgue first. I need to do some body identification on those 3,
Okay.
so I can send some letters back.
By the way,
You want to keep the
Name's Griff.
cabinet for evidence?
he reaches in, just rips the bomb out.
Sure.
There, partner. Sensitive device.
This here is a thermite bomb
Yep.
designed to burn evidence.
Yep.
I know exactly how it works.
I've got one just like it. I hold up the one I took from the door.
Oh, okay, you need to put that down. That is not one for destroying evidence.
I smile at him.
That is for big. That's
He
for
is an
blowing up.
expert bomb diffuser, and I'm going to stick with that. That was the first one I saw him do. It was great.
Work the best. The filing
careful.
cabinets.
Be careful with that.
He is careful. It's his job.
Yeah, well, he's also the one that set off the last one. So
That's true. He did fuck that up. I'm really sorry about that.
You're not wrong.
Anyways, the name's Griff.
Bjornagar.
Now I'm not joke.
I'm assuming the dark one
I'll
stays
meet you at the
silent.
morgue in an hour.
Joseph, I keep forgetting your character's name. Please help me.
Venator.
Vinata.
Minotaur. Got it.
Vinata.
No, I'm actually going to remember it, but I need to like tie it to something in order to.
He is purposely mispronouncing them.
Yes. But not out of any sense of like trying to fuck with you. More of
And so
like
he can remember it better.
yes.
Interesting that you tied mine with the mythological beast Nidhogg.
I'm a
I
Viking.
tied mine with the mythological beast Minotaur.
Yeah, but Nidhogg is much less known than Nidhogg.
I
More known?
assume you are going to
Right.
go to the morgue at this point.
Yep.
Gilbert, what are you planning on doing with that bomb?
It's a secret tool that will help us later.
I was planning on stashing it away in something safe and, shock resistant, of course.
Maybe just fully disarm it
On
into
my
parts
person.
and then make another bomb later when we need it.
That's perfectly valuable. But first I'm going to walk to the edge of town for it.
Oh, are we
That's
splitting
good.
up?
Yeah.
Why are we splitting up?
He gave
I
you
need
an
to
hour.
stick this bomb somewhere safe. I'll meet you at the morgue in an hour.
Alright, buddy.
Gilbert, you walk to the outskirts of town.
You two, the other ones, you're sticking with me. I don't want to get ambushed.
Everyone
Cyrus
paying.
Yep.
looks at you and says, if you don't mind, I would like...
Yeah, that's fair. I already know what you're going to ask. Take care of the kid.
Thank you. And as he turns around, he sets his little daughter down. He's like, you want to go get some ice cream? Just start walking away.
I look over at Venator. It's just you and me. And a pack full of important documents. And a big old target beacon hanging in the sky over our heads.
I can
Well,
carry some of that. I have basically nothing on me. I'm knowing that. I have no idea.
Okay.
as
I
you
don't-
guys are deciding what you want to do, you see a man in a formal
Is Griff still around?
grip left.
Okay. Who is still around?
The fire department dealing with the
They're gonna be
remnants
around.
of the fire and the police trying to make sure no one gets too close to the building.
I walk up to the police. Hey, I'm
Hey.
an important witness and I need a bodyguard.
He gives you a confusing look, like, why do you
Okay.
need a bodyguard?
Because there's only two of us, and recently, about 20 of my people got attacked in this city. I want witness protection. Stat.
He looks offended at first and is like, I'm sorry. I don't know what you expect me to do,
Talk
But-
to somebody of higher rank. Obviously.
but I can clearly see that you have guns, weapons. And from the report that I got, you're the reason why this whole place went up in flames in the first place.
No, I was trying to
So-
stop this from happening. I did my best.
You didn't call in the professionals.
I am the
They
professional.
are the professionals.
Listen here, kid.
Alright. I already understand what's
No,
going on here.
listen
So
here,
let me get this straight. You are
Child, how does this guy look?
He's in his 50s.
So, no. Hey, don't get upset yet. Two things. One, you are simultaneously saying I am capable enough to handle myself and not need protection, and not capable enough to have stopped this from happening. I will tell you, the opposite two things are true. One, that bomb should not have gone off, And the fact that it did is an unfortunate tragedy, and I am sincerely apologetic. Speaking of which, you know what? I don't need to hear that. Back on topic. Why? Oh, why did Griff, the man who just left, the cigar, moody type, look at me? I explained to him the situation. Tell him I have all this lovely shit going on that's important for what he's doing. And then he just leaves without any extra protection on the docks.
Well, if the person that did this truly was Griff, then he's got his reasons. And if I can actually put my years of detective work to use, I would say that since the bomb destroyed half of the building, or the fire, then as of the immediate future, whoever set those traps would assume they did their work.
That's fair.
Now, please get out of my hair so I can sort this shit out.
Okay.
The old man has a point.
No. Hey,
No, he has a point.
He does, but let's not talk about it in front of him. Come with me.
Of course we'll talk about this in front of him. He insulted me.
No. We will worry about that later. I want to talk with you about a plan I have. And I walked aside. Hey.
I'm gonna have to go here in a few minutes to help somebody move a piano.
Is it an upright or a grand piano?
I don't know.
You're in for cheap. The grand
Gonna be
piano.
gone for an hour or two. If y'all are still playing when I get back, I'll jump back in.
Alright, let us know when you get back from the edge of town with your bomb adventure.
Yeah.
Before you leave,
Also,
Gilbert...
should I make the checks first?
Yeah, make the checks right now.
Alright, what checks do I need to make?
Engineering and sleight of hand.
First, the engineering. 25. Next, the sleight of hand. Nat 20! Whew. Damn, that was close.
Vinitar?
Alright, make another engineering check. This time, you don't have to make a sleight of hand check, because you nat 20 the last one.
Cool. 28. Gods, I love the plus 11.
You successfully disassemble the bomb into its base components.
Now it's safe.
The bomb is safe. The thermite is still a problem, considering it's thermite. So you put that in the airtight container and seal it.
Alright.
Fabulous.
Vinitar, I had a stupid idea and I need you to talk me out of it.
To see it.
Alright. So, they don't want to escort me if I ask nicely. But if I punch a police officer in the face, then I will be escorted to the jail, like I need to be. What you think?
You said you had to go to the morgue first.
Yeah, but then I realized that, that's a little bit less pressing than the things in my pack right now, and I don't want to sit here, go through this in the open, and I need a safe place to do it, and I have to do it kind of either before or with Griff. So our options are to find somewhere to do that now, safely,
As you guys are having this conversation,
out of
you see a
earshot.
You see a well-dressed man walk up to you.
Oh God, what is it now?
Kate requests your presence at the building.
The building? Alright.
Yes. Chaos Incorporated. Come on, let's go.
Oh, see the other
Hey,
building. Is the
Venator.
one that's on fire.
You recognize this one?
Huh?
Venator, do you recognize this guy?
Sean, do I recognize this guy?
Yes.
Okay.
He is Kate's secretary. You see him around the building often.
He is the secretary.
Fuck. Alright.
He is...
God damn it.
His official title is the secretary, but he's more like her right-hand man.
Alright, we'll be there as soon as we can. I guess I'm going to the morgue later. But first things first, I'm getting the information I need. So,
What's the name of the secretary guy?
You don't know his name. No one knows his name.
Monsieur. How quickly did ZK request us?
Immediately.
she seems upset about something then. Well, first
If you're worried...
I believe we are currently booked. We have an officer to punch in the face.
no, we're not
Yes,
going to punch him in
No,
the face.
you are not going to punch an officer in the face.
Yes, we are, monsieur.
No, you are not.
I would like to see you try to stop us, but we're not going to do that, I promise you. We will be there as soon as we can. I have something more important than any of that going on right now.
Exactly why Kate immediately requested your presence.
Interesting. How much do I trust Kate?
What if
You-
your guy goes...
Throughout the many years of Vikings' interactions with Chaos Incorporated and Kate in particular, she has never done anything wrong to the Viking.
Okay. Fuck.
What if Rhaegar goes to the police and I go to Kate?
No, we're not splitting even worse. You and I will both go see Kate first. We will open up, see what all this shit's about. Fuck it. Well, here's another problem I have, Venator. I have to pick carefully who to trust. Because I don't actually know what's in these documents, but going over it with Kate before I go over it with the authorities is probably a good call. So let's do that.
I'm glad you think so.
It also would not be illegal.
Yeah, at the very least we could,
If not say we cannot share the information.
yeah, we're gonna share it with Kate first, go through everything, and then decide which of these documents we're actually taking to Griff. Because, he's the one who decided to trust us anyway. Worst case scenario, we do have to keep things from him. Hopefully, we don't have to keep anything from him, but it is a good point. It is just a stranger who happens to have a badge.
Actually, you didn't see a badge on Griff.
Did not see a badge. Who happens to hold the... well, I'm going to assume he has a badge. My character is anyway.
Oh, yes. How much?
So, I'm assuming you go back to meet with Kate?
Carefully. Like,
I am going to be leading us stealthily
yes.
back to chaos.
Make a stealth check.
$34. Just missed the nat 20, but 34.
Please don't ask me.
As you are preparing to hide, mystery man here. Yeah, stealth. You're trying to go through it stealthily. Mystery man here. The man without a name, currently.
Monsieur Secretary.
Looks at you and says, "What the fuck are you doing?"
What do you mean? Isn't it obvious we're gonna make our way back to Chaos Inc. quietly?
That's just gonna make you look more suspicious.
Suspicious
If you really
for
wanted
what?
to go back there without drawing anyone's
Okay.
attentions, you could have asked. I'll take the back route.
We're not doing Grinch stab and tiptoeing. We're moving stealthily. There is a difference. We are moving
walking casually, moving in and out of crowds, looking like part of the scenery.
taking the back roads. We're not drawing attention to ourselves.
Deliberately taking a slightly longer but convoluted route in order to avoid anyone trying to track us, being able to tell which way we're doing, including, doubling back, loops around, anything we can to throw off a trail if we have one, etc.
And as a bounty hunter operative with a 15 stealth, I would know exactly how to perform this and let Bjorngar know how to do so also, so we do not draw attention to ourselves. To make the phantom think that they did their job.
By the time you make it back to Chaos Incorporated, the secretary man is just standing at the door, looking very impatient.
Good, we're going in the back door, and he's still gonna be standing there.
This is what you get for not putting a target on your head.
There is no back door.
There is no back door?
There is no back door.
Can I press my hairy, bearded face against Kate's window?
He doesn't. She's not in there.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna let Vinitar tap Secretary Man on the shoulder from behind and be on the other side of him.
Make a stealth check to see if you can do that.
$25. Ooh.
As soon as you start to approach him, he looks in your general direction and says, "What took you guys so long?"
I'm not getting it.
Not followed. Oh no, this girl, whatever you want.
I don't care if it's.
What you want to take today?
I don't care if it looks like paranoia. It's better to take the measures you can when you can. Especially with shit like this. I just had note that some... Alright, let's go inside. I'm going to talk to Kate about this. You seem unreasonable.
Instead of leading you to Kate's office, takes you to the elevator.
Right.
Takes you into the elevator. First thing you notice is the elevator doesn't have a second floor button.
Yeah, here's... I don't know if I trust this guy.
Sense motive, quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead.
17?
Non-nat 20.
Bjornagar, what'd you get?
17.
This guy's just following orders.
That doesn't mean they're good ones.
That is all you can tell. This guy is just following orders.
Okay.
So are the Nazis.
Yeah. I am paranoid as fuck right now. I just had someone try to blow up a bunch of documents, and I don't know what information's in them yet.
I told you we should have punched the police officer.
Are you going to step into the elevator or not?
Yes.
You know what?
If Bjornagar steps in, I'll step in.
Hey, Vinitar. Maybe you have something to take care of at your desk, and I hand him the pack.
Wait. Thank you very much.
I'm going up to talk to Kate. Or, I'm assuming to talk to Kate. I'll come get you if I need you. I step into the elevator.
He presses the 6th floor button, and instead of going up, you go down.
Perfect.
I understand your paranoia,
Mm-hmm.
where it comes from,
Absolutely.
but was it really necessary to give your friends the documents?
You know, I didn't know if I was about to get, like, shot and attacked here. We'll find out. Worst case scenario, you just gotta go get him.
He laughs. Like, a laugh of entertainment.
You
I
can
am
be
hurt
entertained.
that you would think that your life is in any danger when it comes to dealing with Kate.
No, my issue was more whether or not somebody inside of Chaos Inc. other than Kate was fucking with shit. Do you know what I'm saying?
Or outside of Chaos Inc.
Yeah.
Nothing happens within this building that Kate does not know about.
I will ask her about that.
You reach the... also, you notice that you go down 8 floors instead of 6.
Okay.
So the elevator doors open. The gates separate. You see Kate on
Sweet.
the other end of the room.
We are dealing with you. All right, you can go get my buddy now.
Thank you for your permission.
If he doesn't trust you, call him Minotaur.
Got it.
So,
He leaves.
sorry it took so long. I was a little paranoid on the way back.
Understandable, but next time, pick up the pace a little bit.
So, first of all, who the fuck is this phantom guy?
No one knows.
Well, yeah, I figured with the pseudonym, but what has he done?
She pulls out a folder labeled the Phantom, and it's like this thick as a book. She hands it to you. Those are all the assassinations that he has, or she, has done.
I start flipping through it. Anything stand out to me?
You see some some minor officials. There are some like people that have owned charities. A couple of highly regarded like surgeons.
Mm.
There are a couple military officials in there.
Okay, all individuals, right?
Yes.
I close the pamphlet. So from what I can tell, it's very unreasonable to think that the Phantom was sent to assassinate 20 people. That seems like a little bit pricey, especially my 20 people. So, I don't think it was an assassination. If it was, it would just be for Leonagar and Wolfgar, and everyone else just sort of got screwed over in the process. But and I lean back in the nearest chair. We do have documents from my people. We weren't able to save everything in the big fire that was set off. This person, the Phantom, they have this sort of a mark, right? That's how they're known to have done things. That's how they get their
Yes.
PR. What is it?
Every single one of their assassinations has been done with a bow and arrow.
With a bow and arrow. Well, at least they have a sense of style. And I tap the axe on my waist. It's been a very
It's genius
interesting
if
day.
you really think about it. It leaves behind no gunpowder, no residue of any kind.
Variants will never amount to anything.
Yes,
But you got
but
fingerprints. So would be fingerprints on the air.
hold on.
That's what you would think. There hasn't been any.
But
Just-
military grade straight shooting arrows don't get sold very often. A good batch of those would probably be
They're all custom made.
every single one of them homemade.
Every single one of them.
Arrowheads
The,
too. You can't even trace the arrowheads, the feathers, the fletching, the shaft.
No, they're all custom made. We assume they're actually homemade too, because as we've gone around and asked the vendors that actually sell these type of materials, we've gotten no leads.
Or
No
they're
one has
just
gotten any leads.
Yep.
The only person who's actually ever come close to catching the Phantom would be that one ranger. I don't remember his name off the top of my head.
His name isn't Griff, is it?
Yes, Griff. How'd you know that?
Spoke to him today.
Oh. Okay then.
I'm gonna be heading there right after this. First of all, we're gonna go through all these documents, see what's actually there, and see if I need to hide anything from the authorities. Then I'm gonna go see him.
Authorities, most definitely. Griff, you won't have to.
Interesting. Okay, let's flip through it. I'm starting to
Alright.
read the first page.
Throughout all these documents, you're going through them, you start to see, like,
Info dump montage!
nothing really concrete. It looks like it's a bunch of circumstantial things, like a paper trail,
Mm-hmm.
but it's all, like, names are highlighted, circled, actually. Highlighters don't exist in this world. Specific names are circled. They, very loosely connected, but it's clear that your people thought that they were definitely connected. And from what you can tell, it looks like it's a money trail.
A money trail?
Yes.
For what? What's being sold here? What item?
As you're going through and reading the names, one name in particular stands out.
Okay.
Like, it catches your attention. It's the name of a military official. And you go and you search through the Phantom folder, and one of the military officials that was assassinated, it's the same name.
Interesting. Are any of the other names in this money trail on the Phantom's list?
As you're going through and you start cross-checking them, the majority of these names have been assassinated by the Phantom.
And they've all exchanged money with each other.
As you're looking through, it would seem yes, they have.
I point this out to Kate. Well, that
All these
explains
people
that.
were exchanging money in some form of another.
Mm-hmm.
Then whatever they were exchanging the money over probably has to deal with the Phantom. Or at least
Yes.
their employers that have sent the Phantom.
On another note, there's nothing in here incriminating about what we were doing here. They weren't doing anything too shady. They were just looking into something for somebody as an outside force.
Well, if the Phantom wanted it burned, it's definitely linked to the Phantom somehow.
I don't know that the Phantom wanted it burned. It seemed to me like this was information being kept by my guys for someone else, or from someone else. But information they were still trying to keep track of. They just weren't able to come back, disarm everything, and call it a day, you know?
When you think back on it, the trap that was in the middle of the hallway when you first got to the room was very hastily put back up to the point where you actually didn't have to disarm it because you could tell that it wasn't actually armed. Like, they armed it incorrectly so that it wouldn't actually go off. But all the other traps that dealt with thermite were very patiently and professionally put up.
Interesting. So not only... Why would the Phantom leave these documents at all? Even if you do trap and arm everything just like you did, leaving the papers here doesn't make sense.
Probably because she knew that someone would be looking for them. So she set up traps for anyone going and looking for your missing Vikings, just in case.
Well, if we assume the Phantom has seen this paperwork, it definitely won't have everything in it. There's probably more information, more important information missing from this.
You say she. Do we have implications? Is that
Probably she's just assuming it because a person like Kate is going to assume a badass is like her. Ain't that right?
Yes, no one knows the Phantom's actual gender
Like
or face.
I called it a guy when we walked in. It doesn't really matter.
Alright.
I do like the idea that it's a she. I don't know why. Oh well.
Aside from the money trail, there are other documents in there referring to someone that is referred to as the Maiden.
Does that name ring a bell for me?
No,
Okay.
it is underlined several times. Like the documents referring to the Maiden are all normal documents, but whenever the Maiden is referenced, it's handwritten in, underlined, and with a question mark.
Interesting.
And this one, these documents are buildings.
Buildings?
Buildings.
Buildings. Fabulous buildings.
The word buildings echoes into the distance.
They're all like history and blueprints of different buildings throughout the city of Smith.
Okay. Well, in that case... Yeah, let's go ahead and, Hey, Kate.
Yes?
You want to do me a favor? A small one. I'm not asking a lot this time.
What is it?
There's a few bodies at the morgue, and I'm about to head to the sheriff's office. Can you send somebody who's seen our faces for identification? You're looking for 3 Vikings.
As you say this, the secretary steps out of the corner of the room, says, "I'll get it done, ma'am. Thank you." And then he leaves.
Hey, buddy.
Yes.
I hand him a bottle of one of my finest whiskeys. Thank you.
No problem.
I'm gonna deduct that real quick.
He looks at you. What were your brothers doing?
Apparently, somebody, from the looks of this, I'm thinking the maiden or someone against her, hired them to look into whatever this is. Or, vice versa, someone hiring against the maiden. And whichever one of those two things, the Phantom was hired by the other side to deal with this as part of a group thing. Probably not as the assassin themselves, because I don't think they're going to be full of arrow holes, but I might be wrong.
Well, the bullets in the rooms.
Hey, Vinitar, you consider yourself pretty handy in the assassin world, don't you? Maybe you can get a little bit of a rivalry going. Let's head, now that I actually know what's in here, I'm a little bit less worried. Because now it's less this information being lost and more whether or not I survive. And that I can handle. Let's head to the office. The sheriff, the place Griff wanted us to go to.
He told you to meet him in the morgue in an hour.
Oh, and the morgue in an hour?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
You
fine.
said you're going to go to the morgue to verify the faces. So he was like, alright, I'll meet you at the morgue in an hour.
Right. Well, now I'm going to the morgue, I guess. Fuck. Well, no. I didn't think he was at the morgue. I thought there was 3 places I needed to go. All of that planning and routing and stealthing gone in the wind.
Anyways, it took you guys about half an hour to get back to Chaos Incorporated, and you spent roughly half an hour here.
We'll only be a little bit late. Has the secretary left already?
The secretary's already left.
You do realize that you could have just not told me and it would have ended up at the sheriff's office.
I was going to assume you were going to the sheriff's office. The secretary knows that you said you're going to the sheriff's office. So he's just going to tell Griff that you guys are going to the sheriff's office.
Okay, but we're not going to go inside. We're just going to wait, like, outside-ish.
Alright.
Do we need to be stealth?
We don't need to be stealth this time. Worst case scenario, we get attacked, and I'm pretty sure you and I can handle ourselves.
Oui.
We have the information now, and at the very least, Kate has it too.
You guys head to the sheriff's office.
I'm gonna walk in, wave, and go, hey, we're waiting on a detective, and just sit down in the waiting area.
About 10 minutes after you guys get there, Griff walks in.
Sorry about the confusion, man.
It's okay. Follow me. And he walks right back out.
Sweet, I walk right back out.
Sweet, I walk right back out.
As he's walking away from the sheriff's office, he looks over at you. As soon as he's about 2 blocks away, says, I don't like to discuss anything regarding the Phantom in the walls.
Why? Is there something wrong with the department? Is it a little bit too shady? Dirty
The
cops everywhere?
system is based off of corruption. So
Yeah, I'll buy that.
you don't exactly know who you can trust when it comes to discussing things that are this important.
Monsieur Griff,
Yes?
a friend of ours referred to you as a ranger. I take it you are not part of the police force in this
I am
town?
not part of the local police. I am indeed a ranger. I take it you haven't dealt with any of my kind before. We are more like an international police force. Could refer
So
to
you're
us
like
as like
us, but organized into groups, as is
yes.
individual operatives.
So you have the police, and then you have the sheriffs and the rangers. The police are in charge of their specific city. Sheriffs are part of something bigger. They hold a higher jurisdiction, and they don't deal with the small things, if you know what I mean.
This
But
actually
they're
does,
on
in
a-
fact, sound like something that Vanessa should know as a bounty hunter operative.
They
Yeah.
deal more with assassinations and things like that. Nothing as low as gang warfare or just a minor homicide.
They'll deal with gang warfare if it gets big enough.
They'll deal with
Sure.
minor homicides if they get big enough, or if they get paid for it.
No. Unless the person being murdered is someone important.
A bounty hunter or the Rangers?
The rangers and the sheriffs.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Rangers are mobile. They are not tied down to a city. They get orders to go do specific missions, and right now I've been tasked with taking out the Phantom.
If you're a ranger, that means you're from the Isle of Law. Right?
Correct.
Man, I've
You know,
never
a little
been
bit of
there.
history there.
Hey, it's one of the few places I haven't been. At least down this coast.
What's the name of our location right now, Sean?
Smith.
Yeah.
What's the name of our continent?
Of the continent.
Yeah. Or just
East.
the region.
Yeah, we're in East.
East.
There are two continents. One is named East, one is named West.
What region of East are we?
You are like right in the middle.
We're
You are
East
in the
on
middle
East.
of the West Coast.
Oh, West Coast. Yeah, we're in West East.
That is where Smith is located. It is a port city that is like basically right on the equator of this continent.
Well, here's what I found out. We found a money trail tying together a bunch of the Phantom's victims in these docks. It's not everything, and we have several mentions in here of someone called the Maiden. But
Maiden?
yeah, I'm assuming
Okay.
that name might ring a bell a little bit.
No one knows who the Maiden is.
Ah, another lovely code name. Yeah, she's called the Maiden. No one knows. What's she do?
All I know, she hasn't actually done anything in person. All I know is that she sends other people to do her dirty work.
Okay, and that she has dirty work to do.
Yes. The one thing I do know for certain is the Phantom is one of her most loyal employees.
Oh, so she's the boss in charge of this one.
Yes.
So we find the maiden. and then he finds them.
Or vice versa. But I doubt either of them are going to just give away the location of the other. In any case, my priority is first to find Wolfgar and Bjornagar. But now that seems to be tied in pretty heavily to your case, Mr. Ranger.
Please, just call me Griff.
Alright, Griff. I already wrote down the information out of these I need, and I give him a big ol' tied together twine stack of papers.
I also wrote down information from there that seemed relevant.
As he takes them, he looks through them. He takes out all the ones that deal with the maiden and hand them back to you.
Alright, yeah, I'll hold on to this for now.
I don't trust people within the station.
Okay.
As far as they're concerned, I'm only looking for the Phantom, so I don't need them knowing that I have information on the maiden.
So you want me to give the rest of this paperwork to
Kate.
To Kate?
Yes, give them to Kate.
Okay.
Also,
apparently you know her? Maybe got a little
tell her
bit...
I said hi.
Is that all I'm telling her? Am I going to pass a love note too?
No love note. Just tell her I said thank you for the Mafia incident.
Alright.
With
Travel montage, back to Chaos Inc.
Sean,
Yes.
does Venator react to the Face the Mafia incident?
No.
Okay.
You have... Actually, no. You've heard about it in your dealings with the Mafia. You weren't present, but one thing you do know about it is that is where Kate lost her left arm.
Okay.
Intriguing.
You go back to Chaos Inc.
Sorry, just dropped a knife.
Before you leave, Griff has one more thing to say. I take it you'd want to see where your friends died.
And were attacked, yeah. Let's go to
Okay.
the scene of the crime.
Okay. I suggest you go drop.
Oh,
the
drop these
document
off first?
Okay, first. Yes.
Where do you want me to meet up with you?
Meet me
In San
in the suburbs. He pulls out your map and he circles a street name.
My map? The one with all the circles and X's? Whoa, before you mark this up.
No, a different map.
Okay. Apparently I have 2 maps of Smith. Got it.
Meet me on that street.
Alright, see you there. Oh, by the way, and I pull out the other map. So this is something that was found with the documents. Do these locations mean anything to you?
If I were you, I'd cross-reference this map with the buildings regarding the maiden.
Got it. Wait, don't you have all the maiden docs?
No, I gave this to you.
The main docs.
He's got all the Phantom ones.
Ah, okay.
People already know that he's searching for the Phantom.
But he's keeping this information separate and just leaving it in a place he can get to it later if he needs it.
Yes.
Got it.
Someplace away from prying eyes. And he knows they will be kept safe.
Okay.
Alright. See you there.
Travel montage now?
Yes, travel montage now.
Chaos Inc.
Chaos Inc.
Alright. You make it back to Chaos Inc. You can either A, give it to the secretary. Oh, speaking of which, the secretary walks up to you.
Mm-hmm.
His face, like the expression on his face has always been just like no expression. Like just straight face. Like you don't see any emotion in his eyes.
Okay.
But when it comes up to you this time, you see like a tint of sorrow. It's like, I'm sorry for your loss.
What was lost?
They were most definitely Vikings.
Yes, but who? Which ones?
From what I can tell, they weren't your brothers,
Okay.
but they were definitely strong warriors.
Let's get to the bottom of this before we find more bodies.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I am going to cross-reference the main buildings and the map real quick.
Okay. You cross-reference the buildings in regards to the maiden and the map.
Okay.
And you see all the circles are placed over the locations of these buildings.
And then the X's?
The X's, from what you can tell, mean they've searched it and they found nothing.
Okay, so what's circled and doesn't have an X through it?
There is one building down in the suburbs, kind of close to where Griff told you to meet him.
Okay.
There is one building on the opposite end of the city, and then there's one downtown.
All right. Well, if... We'll probably start with the close one. I hand the documents themselves to the secretary. These go somewhere safe. They go to Kate. Griff says thank you for the Mafia incident. You have a good day.
He actually smiles. The Mafia. He turns around, walks away. As he enters Kate's office, you hear muffled, "He what?"
I'm already walking out.
Alright, you're gonna meet Griff
You know...
in the suburbs.
Yes, we are. But on the way. You know it's been a minute since we've seen that truck. Do you think he blew himself up?
We're underground. We may not have heard it.
Yeah, maybe not. I guess we'll find out later.
He is already dead.
If he is already dead, I will accept it. But in my heart, he will always be a master bomb diffuser.
What is the man for less than an hour?
Look. I don't care how long I knew him. He is a master bomb diffuser.
Venator raises an eyebrow. Am I...
You'll
Just
understand later. Here, I'll put it this way. I am a professional bounty hunter, soldier, guard, whatever you want to say. I'm a warrior of the utmost class and charisma. Okay? You, if anyone asks, are an extremely skilled master of assassin, espionage, and other skills that you've learned over a long career that you cannot talk about all that much. And
Yes,
that
of
is,
course.
you know,
That's who I am.
that is who you are. That guy is a master bomb diffuser, mechanic, engineer, and when you talk like that with people, when you talk saying it with that type of expertise and full confidence that it's true, even if you do feel a little bit that you're not fully prepared for what it is you're about to do, they will take you seriously. It's one of the reasons it's good to have a small team of people with a broad set of skills. That's why I came to Chaos Inc. first. That's why you're here. Does that make sense?
Roland, you just gave me a pep talk in real life and to my character. Why?
Absolutely. Because I'm good at pep talks. Real life. I've learned 3 skills in my long life. How to learn anything really quickly. Game design, and how to give a fucking speech. I'm getting some water. I'll be right back.
I'm getting rid of some water. I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
What would be included in a bounty hunter's profession toolkit?
I don't know.
Are you gonna play with this or not?
I was planning on it after I got done with this.
When is that?
No.
Okay, well, we've gotta get ready to do where's the storage. Oh, you sure you don't?
Yes.
I'm back.
Sean, you said you weren't sure what would be in a bounty hunter toolkit.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's probably a Google search away. Contents Starfinder Bounty Hunter Toolkit.
But it also sounds like the sort of thing that would be up to the DM.
Maybe. But usually people have figured it out or it says it somewhere in a book. But the problem is the Starfinder books are so big and crunchy that you can discover new rules every time you open it.
Good question. One, what was the next thing our characters were trying to do? And two, how long are we planning on continuing?
What was the second one?
How long are we planning on continuing?
I don't have a time that I need to stop.
We've been going 2.5 hours, so we can wrap it up and reconvene with the other players first before we go meet Griff.
That was the next thing we were doing, right? Was meeting Griff.
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna meet Griff in the suburbs.
Alright. 1 second.
And for the record, Joseph. Oh, well, I have to wait for him to come back.
Yeah.
For the record, Joseph, my intention is not to main character this shit. This is just a starting quest sort of deal. I'm probably going to stick around with the party afterward. Or depending on how out of control this gets or what we end up doing together.
Oh. That's what you were updating earlier. You were updating the category for your stream.
Yep.
You're just saying, like, not being the leader of the operations or something?
No. I'm saying from a meta perspective. I'm not trying to main character this PC.
Right.
What does that even mean?
Okay, so it's a problem in some campaigns where there will be one player who gets very, very favored to the detriment of the rest of the party's roleplay experience.
I don't have a problem with how this has been going so far.
Yeah, I know.
My character doesn't have enough,
Right now I'm a plot device, as much
stuff
as I am a
figured out.
character.
So, yeah, your character's the plot device.
Mm-hmm. We'll see how this goes.
We will.
Mm-hmm. We calling the session for today?
Way up to you guys.
I think we should. I don't want to do much more than this without Gilbert and Josh.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we should probably wait for them. Or not like wait
It's
for
especially
them.
convenient because we happen to be at Chaos Inc. right now, so it'll be easier to meet back up with them.
Alright.
So, Sean, what did you think?
What do you think about what?
How this went, what we did we do anything you didn't expect, etc.?
Honestly, I wasn't expecting the building to go up in flames.
We're gonna play quicks. Dice game.
Okay.
Really? You put a big-ass thermite bomb there, and you didn't expect it to go off? And we lost half the documents, so we only got
Sure.
half of the evidence you intended to?
There are professionals.
Yeah, we are professionals.
No, you are not professionals. There are professionals.
And?
In regards
We
to...
are professionals. That is my attitude on that.
Anyways, this kind of works out in your favor because now the Phantom thinks that the documents are lost.
Yeah.
At least for a little bit.
That's the hope.
That is the hope.
It is still sloppy on both sides, a little bit. At least compared to how I would do things as a paranoid motherfucker. I absolutely would not have left the real documents behind. I would have left behind a carefully curated fake trail with fake information. At best. At worst, I would have left the cabinets empty and someone who just tried to look into them would have gotten a big old load of burned paper. Maybe even a cryptic message like the Phantom was here, smiley face, angry, little bow and arrow in the bottom right hand corner with a heart. If I really wanted to taunt somebody. But I would not have left actual information somewhere I knew it was that I didn't control. And then the second was Griff, knowing we had information and evidence for him, leaving us behind. Basically, I would have put a lot more importance on these documents. And that's assuming that these aren't actually fake documents and a fake trail of big old red herring left behind, for real. That just looks so convincing I feel like it was a mistake. But it still doesn't explain Griff not taking it seriously either way.
I already explained to you why Griff left.
Because he figured that he thought this, or the... I guess he is a little bit more high profile, personally. So him walking around with a random group of people coming away from a fire like this is a little bit more sus.
Yeah, he's been chasing the Phantom for 2 years.
At this point, the Phantom probably knows that.
Yes, the Phantom does. Griff knows the Phantom does. Like every single time Griff gets close, the Phantom just drops off his radar, and then he's got to find them again.
But the Phantom doesn't know that we're looking for the Phantom.
Nope.
Yeah.
We're
They
a
don't.
wild card.
As a matter of fact, when you're looking through the Phantom folder, the most recent assassination was 2 years ago.
Really?
Yes. The Phantom hasn't been able to complete an assassination since Griff has started searching for them.
Nice. Good job, Griff.
This is also the only reason why they haven't pulled him off of that mission, considering he hasn't found them in 2 years. They're like, well, the Phantom hasn't committed any more assassinations, so...
He hasn't found them, but he is effective.
He's playing this massive long-term game of cat and mouse. I'm honestly surprised Griff himself hasn't been assassinated.
Now, Griff, when you saw Griff, he looked battle-hardened.
He probably... Alright.
He's seen his fair share of combat.
I'm going to assume that, like, some of this conversation is, like, in character between Kate, Vinitar, and, like, him, like, speculating about everything out in the open. Just for my own character's mind. Maybe she doesn't say everything she knows, but still. Alright, so. See y'all.
You have a good day.
Joseph, you doing anything here in a bit?
It's still with my family, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm going to call your brother.
Alright.
Bye, Joseph. Hi, Sean. I love you. Bye-bye.
Oh, bye.
During games, and I wanted to know how they were making those predictions. So I figured that the best way to understand it was to try making my own. Once I got a little bit into that project, it occurred to me that a sporting event and a Pokemon battle couldn't be all that different from a data perspective. So I tried making predictions for this game too. So it turns out that finding the chance to win of a basketball game is relatively straightforward, as it mostly comes down to the current score and how much time is left. However, Pokemon doesn't have any concrete indicators for your chance to win, since if you used your current health, for example, as your substitute for a score, well, anyone who's played the game can tell you that just because you have more HP than your opponent does not guarantee that you're going to win. That means in order to do this, I had to figure out how a bunch of different factors relate to how well you're doing in a battle. And the go-to place for solving a problem like this nowadays is machine learning. The reason machine learning is great for an application like this is once you have a machine learning model set up, it can sort out hard to solve problems for you. This works